Warning, if you haven't watched the show that we are discussing today and want to avoid spoilers, stop right there. Go binge and come on back. If you have or don't mind spoilers, sit back with your favorite drink and enjoy. Hello, and welcome to Coffee and Dramas.
Hi, welcome back. I am your host, Michael, and that one over there is...
Oh, am I saying my own name now?
Yeah, just
My name's
today.
Nadia.
Okay. So, how are you today?
You know, I'm here.
That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
People will probably be like, why did he ask why does he ask how she is when they live together? Well,
And they're together 24/7.
Sometimes I like to ask in the moment how they are, how she is, because she is the same thing to me.
Because we talk so much and sometimes we...
Well, we're sitting down on the computer, 5 feet away from each other, and she'll be like, Michael! What? Hi. How are you? Are you okay? And then when I do it to her, she gets mad.
Because it's my bit, okay?
It's not that you stole that from me.
Anyways, welcome.
Welcome back.
Happy Valentine's Day this past Sunday.
Yes. Valentine's Day, and then happy Lunar
New Year.
Happy Chinese New Year.
That's true.
New Year. It's officially 2021 now, technically, according to the lunar calendar.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hope.
So it starts now.
Yeah, all the good stuff, right? We hope you had a great weekend, great week. Today is technically not Friday yet, but this will be out on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So let's pretend it's Friday, all right?
Woohoo!
Yay! I was thinking about this actually a little earlier. I was like, why don't we just wish people happy birthday? Because like, happy birthday to my sister Mace, who was on the 4th of February. Sorry, it's a little late. Happy birthday to my niece. It's coming up. To Layla.
22nd.
I'm not gonna guess, because if I don't say if I say the wrong number, I'll get yelled at.
It's okay. They don't listen anyway.
And if I say so, that way I don't say any number and I say happy birthday. And then our next episode will be the day after my mom's birthday.
Woohoo!
And then my dad's birthday a few days after that.
Mm-hmm.
So happy birthday.
And then March is ridiculous. I think there's like 7 of them.
Starting February.
Yeah.
And then
So-
March. So February.
Key note here.
3.
Between the both of us, we have a family of 30, technically.
Yeah, technically, like 95% is my family. But
Yes.
That's just, yeah. So wait, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 in February. 3 in February.
Mm-hmm.
And then March. 1.
Your dad, my niece,
Yeah. The kid.
the kid.
Cardi.
Yeah, my brother-in-law.
Oh, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's 12, 15? 12, 15?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
That's okay, as long as I remember.
Yeah, I don't remember many people's birthdays. There's only...
He just knows the month that you're born. And that's
yeah,
it.
there's only certain people that I remember.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like mine.
Yeah,
it.
that's because like I die if I don't remember it. So it's better to remember than to
wouldn't.
die, right?
I would
Right.
just sleep all day. That would be my birthday present. Anyways.
So, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We love you. Have a great birthday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we're actually having tea instead of coffee.
Mm-hmm. Nice, but it's a little bit better in the
Better?
winter.
Better? Oh,
Better.
What's wrong with your tea?
Mine's not bitter. It's sweet like me.
We're having some Earl Grey. You're having
Green tea lemon.
lemon green tea.
think.
Green tea with lemon. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Yeah, so no coffee today. So it's tea and drama today.
Woohoo.
Tea and dramas. Yay. Maybe we should have a segment called Wine and Dramas. Then we'll talk about like
Other stuff.
other stuff.
But I don't drink wine.
Well, you know what? I'll drink wine.
Okay.
And then I'll have a special guest that does drink wine.
Okay,
How's
that's
that?
fine.
All right.
I'll just stand in the rafters.
Anyways, all right. So today, we are going to talk about a show that ended actually just recently.
Last week
Last week.
or the week before?
Actually, here. On Mesa's birthday on the 4th of February. Called Run On. This is a JTBC show, which JTBC, if you haven't noticed, they do a lot more grounded dramas, which is awesome, I have to say. They do a great job with keeping things kind of more realistic. And I guess that's what they do that's what they kind of go for. Whenever a writer or director pitches something to them, they make sure it's something that's actually grounded. Excuse me, which is perfect because you kind of want that. There's always like the melodramatic dramas, but you want something that's more realistic and more relatable. One day I'm going to have the camera on her without her knowing, and you'll see what she does behind the camera.
I'm doing nothing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, sure. So this drama is really, really, really down to earth, very realistic, very relatable. The cast is
Phenomenal.
exactly. So you have Si-Wan,
Yeah.
who is from the group Zea, Z-E-A.
Every time I hear his name, I'm just like, where's my mom?
What? Si-Wan?
Im?
Oh, you're so
And
funny.
I'm just like, Mom? What? What? Okay. Sure.
Yeah, and like English, they usually do lim, Lim, right? But for some reason, they really kept it Si-Wan. So in Arabic, means mom,
Mother.
So Si-Wan as Ki Seon-Gyeom, who is an athlete, who is a track and field runner.
Star.
Yeah. You have Shin Se-Kyung, which is my number one. Well, number two behind you.
Well, she is my birthday twin.
Yeah, technically. They're both born on the same day. So if you know Shin Se-Kyung's birthday, you'll know
And
Nadia's
same
birthday.
year.
Literally, they probably, like, the only difference is probably the times they were born at, and God knows.
Imagine it wasn't. Imagine we're like born
same
at the
time.
same time, but like hers was like.
What if you were twin souls, but then got split up when you came down?
Damn.
Anyways. So anyway, she's my number one. Okay. When I
You're
say
number
one,
two?
when I say number one, you're like,
Can't you say number one actor?
I mean, if I were to
Can't you say number one actor?
like in all entertainment, all athletes, all anything other than you, she's my number one.
You know, people are gonna take it wrong. I don't know. I don't know if I like that.
Anyways, I love her. You love her. Everybody loves her.
She's good.
And she plays Oh Mi-Joo, who is a translator, a interpreter as well in English. And I was actually really surprised when she was speaking English in the show.
She spoke really well.
Yeah, oh wow. Because sometimes they kind of, what they do a lot of times is they kind of avoid the long conversations in a different language, right?
But she did it.
Well, she did it.
Like,
That's
she
what I
did
mean.
a few,
so
like,
some
English.
some other shows that I've watched, they'll do like the end of the conversation. They'll cut in at the end of the conversation, or they'll cut in at the beginning, and someone cuts in, and right. But this is like, they really she studied. Well, I mean, she already, from what I've seen before, she can speak a bit of English, like pretty well, and this like really like cemented it. It's like, wow, she's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I mean, she speaks better English than I speak Arabic, so it's great, right? Then you have Sooyoung from Girls' Gen.
I like her.
Seo Dan-A.
Is that her first show?
No.
No?
She's been in other things.
Alright.
Her character, in my opinion, hard to like at first. You're like, yeah, she's cool, but then when you see her interacting with other people, and she's like, oh, she's kind of a bitch. But then you kind of understand, and it's like you grow to like her.
No, I liked her from the start.
No, I know that, but like to me, it's like, yo, sometimes it's like, fuck, yo, leave the poor kid alone.
I know, but you
know?
don't like assholes.
I don't. What do you want me to tell you? And then you got Kang Tae-Oh as Lee Young-Hwa. Okay, Haksen, the college student, artist, painter. And he is
from My First Love.
Yes, and
I died when I saw him in this.
Yeah, and it was so different. He was still like the
goofy,
quirky, goofy guy, but not. He was funny. He was goofy in a more realistic way.
Not like over the top trying to be an actor. He's already an actor, you know.
Exactly. I found it funny that he still played a college student in this one too, right? And then you have like this cast is quite amazing. Like you have veterans, Park Young-Yoo as Sung-Gyeom's dad, Hwa Young, the Hwa? Always not bugs me. It's like really hard for me to pronounce it. Hwa Young. Hwa. Yeah, HWA, but it's
I feel like we don't have a certain...
It's because it's not spelled the same way as we... Like the W, there's no W in Korean. Hwa. It's Wa, O-U.
Hwa.
Yeah, so then you have the H-O-U. Yeah, anyways.
Interesting.
So Cha Hwa-yeon, who plays his mom.
I like her.
Yeah, she's great. So these are like veteran actors. You have, oh my god, who else is in here that had Kim Sun-ho from Startup made his little cameo. That was good. And then you have like a bunch of like they're known, you know them from other shows, you know them, you know some
like
of them
secondary?
are some of them are veterans, some of them are
what about
sophomore.
the dad? He's a veteran actor now.
Yeah. He's in like every show that needs an assemblyman. And every show he's an ass. Except for like a handful, but he's always like kind of like...
What if he's like actually like the nicest person ever in real life?
Man, that would make more sense because usually that's how it is. Like the people who are the nicest play the biggest bitches.
Assholes?
Yeah.
Because they don't actually get to do that in real life.
Like, oh my god, what's her name? An American actor. The lady that played Iron Lady.
Who?
The movie Iron Lady.
I don't know what that is.
Anyways, not Barbara. Oh my god.
Anyways,
okay.
We'll
see, this is my
him.
issue with American actors now. I can't think of
them?
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. So show's great, right?
Yeah.
Awesome show. It's on Netflix. Watch it. It's one of the most relatable shows that I've ever watched. Everything is much more realistic.
Other than the wealthiness.
Well, that's like the Korean thing, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like there's always one CEO, there's always one rich person at least, right? Minimum 1 to 2.
Yeah.
And then it goes on from there.
Koreans know like rich people. Like, is that what? Like in every group of friends, there's at least 2 rich people.
I don't know. It's weird. It's kind of crazy. So it's great to see this show. How start to finish, you see each character grow. Right? Each of these 4 main characters really, you see their growth as individuals.
Yeah.
And when they like as individuals because of each other.
Yeah.
And you see the effect of how another person.
Way to break things.
Okay, sorry. So you see the effect how another person has on, you or another individual, right?
Yeah, it's like last episode where we were talking about how They needed each other to like come out of their shell and stuff.
Exactly. Another example is when we were talking about Train, how Yoon Shi-yoon's character in one universe played a big role in certain people's lives, and then in universe B, because he wasn't in their lives in that universe, they took a different route, and you see how drastic of a change it is, right? And that's kind of like real. That's literally how life is. How when you meet someone, it's not that you change, right? It's that you grow into who you are.
Yeah.
Right. And that's where you see the biggest one is Ki Seon-Gyeom, so Im Shi-Won's character. He goes from a very like his character is very unique. Very, very, very unique. I've never in American television, in Korean and Japanese, and any television that I've watched, that I've personally watched, maybe you have, I've never seen a character like this before. Right? His personality is so different from the typical characters that you find in TV shows and movies. You understand why he's like that because of the way he was raised. Yeah. And how much of an effect of how he was raised affected him as an adult. Right? And how that personality affected his relationship with people. And not just like, even like his close friends aren't like his close friends, like the runner there.
They're very like acquaintance and not friends.
Yeah, but it's like they consider each other friends. Like, Young-Il, Young-Il, the one with the weird haircut there. He considers him a friend, but it's such a weird dynamic between the two. Like I'd actually like to see the two like in a show together, like those characters together, like more. But you see throughout the show where Young-Il makes more of an effort later on after he leaves, because he realizes how much Seong-Gyeom affected his running, right? Affected his training, and it's like, well, without him, I don't have anybody to really want to beat, right? So that's the thing that he does, is like he brings out a different part of you, and parts that I didn't like is when they always said how annoying he was, or how he always made them feel like shit sometimes.
But he was just straightforward.
But that's exactly it. Like, he was very straightforward. And you'll get you won't find anybody like this. Maybe you do, maybe you know a friend that's like this, but a lot of people that you meet who you are not this close with are not this straightforward. No. Right? Characters in the shows are never straightforward. In these shows, nobody says what's on their mind. No one gives you a direct answer. If someone can be shot in like the leg and arm and bleeding to death, and they're on the verge of dying, and they'll be like, "Oh, are you okay?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Man, you're dying. Just say it hurts. So this character is very peculiar. And he's very straightforward. So when they are like, "Oh, he makes me feel like crap," right? And it's like, no, it's because you feel like crap for your own reasons. Just because you were expecting a different answer out of him is your own fault, right?
But he has what you love, character development.
Exactly. I love it. And like, this character, sorry, microphone. This character has the best development that you see. And where you see it the most is with Oh Mi-Joo, Shin Se-Kyung's character, and how he grows, right? And how they grow individually and how they grow together. And what's the great about this show is like real life. You realize it, right? And in the show, they realize things that they do, and they correct it, or they try and fix it, and they're very open, like it's very like in your face kind of thing. It's not like other shows where it's like foreshadowing and like metaphorical and shit like that. It's like, yeah, that's all cool and stuff, but like when you're making a show that's about relationships and about relatability and about realism, this is what you need. You need to throw it in the viewer's face and be like, listen, they're learning from their mistakes, right? They're growing and they know it, and they're trying to better themselves, right?
And together too.
Exactly. So they're trying to throw it in the viewer's face. They show it to you. You see it. If you miss it, there's something wrong with you, and you need to sit with yourself for a while. Paying attention. Yeah. Okay, maybe
some people it just goes over the head all the time. I'm sorry.
That's true. Yeah, I mean it does. That's because they're not paying attention enough. I know people like that where they have to rewatch something because they'll be like, "Oh, it didn't make sense," and it's like, "Were you watching the same movie I was?"
No.
Yeah. So like it's, I love it. I love it.
But it's not even just him that gets better. It's also, I can't remember her name anymore.
Oh Mi-Joo?
No.
Seo Dan-A.
Seo Dan-A.
Yeah.
Like she also grows too. Like she realizes that being a fucking bitch all the time isn't really
and that's like
get her anywhere.
And like for her it's a drastic change, right?
Yeah.
Where with him it's like it is a drastic change, but it's like subtle because he's already like a quiet, more of a subtle type of person, where she's very I won't say loud. Okay, yeah, maybe she is loud, but like she's very like in your face a lot, right? So when you see her change, you're like, oh shit.
But I like the dynamic of the four of them. So like at the end when they're all together, it's like, this is what they needed.
Yeah, exactly. They really didn't. They really did need it. And I mean, I think the best couple. Like I loved.
No, I'm sorry. The best couple.
Wait. I'm gonna let me finish. So I loved Oh Mi-Joo and Sung-Kyung. Okay, I love them. They're very realistic, very like what relationships go through and all that stuff. But Seo Dan-A and the Young-Hwa, their relationship, their chemistry, their whole storyline was amazing.
Yes,
that was like it's a Nuna, right? It's a Nuna romance. Not only a Nuna romance, but it's a woman CEO with a student, right? Okay, student. He's a college student. He's 23.
They never really hint to her age, though, eh?
She's closer to 30.
Okay.
She's around 30 because she's what was it? Okay, because they talk about her brother and how she's older than him.
Yeah, by 10 months.
10 months? But they registered her birth after so that he can be the heir, right?
Yeah.
But then they mentioned it. They mentioned it somewhere because somebody says their age or someone's age, and then they referred it to her age. So I'm pretty sure she's 30.
Okay.
32. No. 30.
That's quite a
30.
a gap there.
7-year difference. But usually it's like the guy that's like, you know what I mean, 35 and the girl's 20, right? Whenever they do like but what I'm saying is usually, right?
Yeah.
But this one was the older CEO woman.
So another so my second favorite couple of the whole series, which you don't really get to see very much, is May.
Yeah.
And the assistant.
Mr.
Oh my god.
Oh, Mr. Jung.
She's asexual, but she's dating someone. Like, okay, sorry, that's fine. But it was so funny because they're like, wait, I thought you were asexual.
She's like,
Well,
I'm not
like-
against dating.
Like,
That was good. That was really
still
good.
be in a relationship. They just don't want the other parts.
That's it, right? A
Oh my God.
companionship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Every older
And-
person needs that.
And he kept saying Nuna.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
And then, like, no
And
one...
then everyone was like, wait,
What?
how old are you?
and they wouldn't mention his age. Right? So
That's
it's kind of...
so good.
Okay, Oh Mi-Joo. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh Mi-Joo's 30.
Okay, okay.
She's 30 in the
So
show.
then they must all be
and
around
they
the same
and
age.
they mentioned like Seo Dan-A, and she's around the same age.
Okay.
I think Sung-Kyum was a little older.
Okay. Fuck, he looks
And that's
so young,
why
though.
and that's why yeah, and that's why when he kept saying Nuna, I was like, aren't you older? Because if May is the same age as Mi-Joo and Dan-A,
I don't think May is. I think she's older.
she must be. They must have just graduated the same time.
Yeah.
Because obviously you can go to college, university anytime you want,
Yeah.
right?
That's so funny.
Excuse me. She must be because it's like Nuna. I'm like, oh, maybe she was lying about her age.
I literally squealed at that part. I'm like, oh my God.
That was great. So that was a really interesting dynamic too.
Yeah.
It's just really, and they didn't elaborate on it a lot.
I wish
too,
they did.
which would have been great.
Can they do a sequel?
Season 2?
Please? I'm dying.
That'd be awesome. What do you call it? Okay. Oh man, I just lost the thought. Okay, yeah. Okay. Say, okay. Oh, okay. So what I wanted to talk about actually is on the topic of like his personality, Sung-Kyum's personality, and what did I write down here?
He can't read his own writing.
Not half the time, no. Okay. So his personality. Okay, I know I'm going back onto it, but it's very interesting because he'll answer. So this is the issue that some people will have with him is because he answers your questions literally, right?
Yeah.
My issue with this is that the only person that really got it was his friend Young-Gil, and like the time where he calls him, he's like, where are you? I'm in front of a fridge. He's like, oh, you're really not gonna fix this. Where are you specifically? He's like, where are you? Like, where is this fridge located?
We're really not going to fix this.
Yeah. Nobody addressed it. And
Actually,
not addressed it, but like nobody tried to, I don't want to say no one tried to understand where he's coming from.
no.
But also no one
Wants to.
like Mi-Joo was helping him
Yeah.
in a way, but nobody really understood why he would respond the way he does.
Well, isn't it just because he was like a yes or no type of kid?
Yeah, pretty
Like-
much. But everybody's like, oh, sometimes people are like, oh, you're annoying or you're just an idiot kind of thing.
Well, because compared to his sister, like his sister is like out there,
Yeah.
and then you have him.
Well, his sister's older.
No, I know. I'm just
Right.
saying.
So,
Wait, how old is she then? She must be like 35.
yeah, she's not that much older than he is.
I thought golfers like age out. I know nothing about golf, so don't ask me.
Are you like half these guys are like 45, 50 years old golfing.
Really?
PGA Tour and stuff.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
Do you not see like
Um,
they look like your friggin' school principals half the time?
ew. But I think at the end, like the last 2 episodes, I think it was, Mi-Joo and him, like she's like, oh, now we can have an actual conversation.
Yeah.
Where they're like not bickering, but they're sarcastic comments kind of thing, and like he finally gets it and he
Yeah.
understands how to continue a conversation.
Exactly. That's exactly it, right? He finally gets that point because of her.
Yeah.
Right? Because of her.
But I think it's also
obviously
his friend too.
Obviously, of course. But like because he was so focused on her, that it really helped him kind of, right?
I like how he was focused on her, but also like proceeding with his career as well.
Yeah.
It's like, look at me, I can do two things at once.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I love when it's like when they're on the set in Jeju. I think they were in Jeju, and they're like, oh, we need a driver for what's his face's boyfriend, and they're like, who do we know that doesn't have a job right now? I'm like, this guy, they're gonna call him and he's gonna come running because honest to God, I would have done the same thing if you called me. Right? So I found that really, really cute.
Yeah.
But no one questioned, like, oh, don't you have anything better to do? It's like, no. He's here.
But then pays for like 20 people to go stay in a better hotel because he's disgusted from where they were staying.
That was good. That was good. But yeah, so it's really interesting how people can't, the reactions people have to his personality. Right? If someone's straightforward, that's great. Like he doesn't lie. He doesn't lie in this show. Not once.
It's more like either he tells you the truth or he just walks away.
Exactly. He'll ignore you.
Yeah.
Right? If he doesn't want to lie to you, he'll ignore you. He'll just walk away. And he doesn't pay attention to things that don't matter to him. I don't want to say don't matter,
but actually, that aren't like
that aren't relevant, right?
Yeah.
So like where he had a photo shoot with the actress, and then like ran into the actress randomly, and she's like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And he's like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah.
You know, it's like, am I supposed to remember who you are?
Like honestly, I would.
And then on top of that, the picture in the paper afterwards too. Who is that? Right? Like,
I don't know who it is.
Right?
Oh man.
By the way, I know I already told you this, but if you see the actress that he has a scandal with, she actually plays the secretary for Director Park in What's Wrong with Secretary Kim?
Oh, that's true.
The one who just ruins everything all the time and surprisingly hasn't been fired yet. By the way, so it's cool to see her in other roles. So things that don't matter to him don't matter, and that's like, to me, that's great. If something if something isn't relevant to you, or you know what I mean, it shouldn't really matter. Like obviously people, you should remember who you meet and stuff like
just
that,
a bit.
But like
just a teensy.
Yeah, just a little bit. But
so funny.
I know, right? But yeah, so yeah. Anyways. Very, very different personality. So those who haven't watched the show, 100%
go
watch the show and just kind of watch him. You know, listen to what he says, see what he does, and he's really, really peculiar and very, 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 very different.
Very smart too. Like he can kind of just see shit happening.
Yeah,
like he knows what's going on as much as you don't think he does. He's like already ahead of you.
Yeah, very observant. Very observant. That actually brings us into our into the next topic.
Oh damn!
I wanted to talk about
a little segue there.
Because he's very observant, he saw one of his hues injured. And he realized, he noticed right away that it wasn't just an injury. He noticed it was abuse. Yeah. Right. The kid's getting abused by other athletes at this at the training grounds.
Yeah.
This is the part of the show that really made me mad. You know, I
think it made him mad too.
Yeah, and I loved his reaction, because I would have done the same thing, except I wouldn't have went and told people. I would have just beat the shit out of them and continuously beat the shit out of them until they got tired of it, and then I would have put them in the hospital. I'm not this violent. I'm not actually just violent, but like that's what it would make me feel like. That's the amount of rage that this made me feel.
Yeah, I want to say there was probably a better way for him to handle it. But I don't think there was. Like, he tried to handle it, like, going through the admin and, like, the coach
he was
and everything.
Actually, the way he did it was very smart. And I think that would have worked in our country. Right? in Korea, maybe I am not familiar with the way things work.
I hope this is not how things work.
I'm going based on the show, and based with my little bit of knowledge. Okay. He went, beat the shit out of the guys, then went to the coach, to the coaches, and said, "I beat up some guys because they pissed me off.
Yeah, like what are you gonna do
about it?"
Yeah,
and they're like, "Okay, well, we'll figure it out." It's like, okay, well, now that you're gonna figure this out, you got to figure out another problem when they put somebody else in the hospital.
But they already knew about it though,
and that's the issue. So the coach knew about the abuse the kid was taking, and didn't give a shit because he brought it. The two kids doing. The two abusers were two kids that he brought in personally.
But like they weren't any good. So, like they were the last two.
Yeah,
of, like...
you had Seomyung, who was second always to Young-Hwa.
Yeah.
And Kim Woo-shik was always third because he was a prodigy.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be better than the two of those two. So it's like.
But he kept getting beaten up.
Yeah.
Kept getting beaten up. Wow.
Yeah, and because he was better.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like, why are you outshining us? It's like, well, maybe you should fucking train better.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. And it pissed me off when the coach was just like, oh, they were disciplining him. Yo, nowhere, and I'm telling you right now, nobody touches you to discipline you. Okay? Nobody. As an adult, as a child, as anybody on this planet, nobody touches you to discipline you. They want to discipline you. You use your fucking words, huh? Nobody's allowed to touch you. All right? I don't care. Like, that's fucking bullshit. Like, the fact that, they were just disciplining him. He's in the hospital, and if he would have gotten a couple more kicks, the abuser would have got a couple more kicks in, he would have had to get ligament surgery, which would have just ended his career pretty much.
Yeah, I would, like, the moment, like, okay, I get it. They're not doing anything because they beat him up and he's still fine. But, like, he had internal bleeding, and then he had, like, his leg was busted. It's like, that's serious.
Oh, yeah, it's very serious. That's why it doesn't make it, like...
Like, I would have gotten the cops involved and charged them. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't even have cared. I would have been like, you know what, frig you.
No.
And, like...
Yeah.
Go to hell.
Now, what really, 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 really pissed me off is the fact that when he came out and spoke out against it, and please speak out against it, nobody should be taking abuse from anybody.
No.
Whether it's in the workplace, whether you're an athlete, whether you're at home, like, honestly, this is not right. Okay. You want to do some beating? Go sign up for the UFC for the MMA fighting.
Even that's gruesome. But
I mean, okay. You want to fight someone? You want to beat the shit out of somebody? Go try and fight someone like that can actually fight. You know what I mean? Abusers beat on people to make themselves feel better because that person's not gonna fight back or can't fight back. What pissed me off the most is the fact that when he came out and said this, told the world what was happening, he gets his contract terminated, gets labeled a whistleblower, but that coach and those two idiots
are fine.
They're just disciplined, so they're suspended for a bit, and the coach still has a job.
Yeah, no.
The fact that the coach still has a job is the problem here.
They would have gotten fired in North America.
100%.
Like, it would have been done.
Fired. They would have, the public would have destroyed him. You know what I mean? Like, destroyed him.
And maybe we're wrong. Like, maybe this show's wrong. Maybe Korea takes it seriously, and we hope they do. Like, and they discipline them the right way.
Man, I'd hope so. But there's so much politics behind in sports because of all the money involved in sports.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So that really pissed me off, and I hope to God that's not how it is in Korea. And let's give the benefit of the doubt that this just for the dramas. All right, because obviously there's a lot of corruption and everything. You know what I mean? Here, everywhere in the world. God, no. Oh, my God. Too much.
Let's not get into that.
That's another friggin' subject in general. But, so that's what really bothered me about this show is that this kid gets labeled a whistleblower because he was taking abuse from other people. And he can't go into any other agency. He can't go and train with any other company because no one wants to take in a whistleblower. The fact that you won't take in a whistleblower means that you have people abusing other people in your company, and you're covering it up.
Isn't it a whistleblower like that Snow person?
Yeah, Edward Snowden.
Yeah. Isn't that technically a whistleblower?
Yeah, well, because he revealed the truth behind secrets that they're trying to cover up.
But they labeled him a whistleblower.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he went against his own country.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And I mean,
that's not really so they can't really be compared. But
no, but again, it's the
kid's not a whistleblower. Like he's standing up for himself.
Exactly. He was. The abuse was happening to him.
Yeah.
He was the one getting beat to shit and the coach wasn't doing anything. So he's not really a whistleblower. Mm-hmm. He's more of trying to protect himself.
Yeah, exactly.
The whistleblower is more like everybody is involved or a huge group of people are involved, right? Like Edward Snowden revealed the secrets of the United States spying on their own fucking people.
Yeah.
Right? We all knew it and then he showed it to us. That's the only difference really, right? So that's what pissed me off. He's a whistleblower because he speaks. So you're saying like any person who's involved in domestic abuse goes to the cops is a whistleblower?
Essentially.
Come on, guys. You could have.
Use a different term.
Yeah. Like that. It doesn't. Oh, it pissed me off.
Okay, next.
Anyways, okay. Anyways, but good show.
Yeah,
good show. Very good show. And I recommend this to everybody, because of how more realistic. Again, I'm gonna fucking repeat this so many times. It's very relatable. It's very like the relationship,
the dialogue.
The dialogue. Oh, thank you. So the dialogue from a writer's perspective, okay, the dialogue in the show is amazing. It is amazing. Like just the scene of the first episode where they're at the police station, and just their back and forth of like. Why'd you run so hard for the gun for a fake gunner? And she's like, well, why not? You know what I mean? Like I really wanted it. I love guns, whatever. And he's like, how do you know it's not real? She's like, oh, guns are illegal in Korea. And then he's like, perverts. It's illegal for perverts to prey on little kids or something like that. But they still do it. And then she's like, are you calling me a pervert? And he's like, what? And he's like, no. He's like, well, I'm not a pervert. And he's like, but no, are you calling me a pervert? And it's like that back and forth was amazing. And there's a lot of that and a lot of bickering where it's like more realistic conversation, right? More realistic bickering. More realistic topics that they
hint on.
Yeah, exactly.
More realistic topics and more realistic relationship issues.
Exactly. Like like when he was staying at her house, and then one of the nights he went to Young-Hwa's house and he slept there, and she was just like, where the fuck is he? Why isn't he home? What is he doing? Who is he with? Why isn't he answering his phone? Come on, ladies. Come on, dudes. Guys. I know you guys have done this at least once, you know? And I find it interesting. And, like, she gets mad, but then finds out it was with him. So she pretends to be mad after. And then, like, everything, like, kind of, you know? Like, what do you do to make someone not mad at you kind of thing after that. So like the
So
realistic
funny.
relationship aspects and
Yeah.
topics of conversation were great. But the dialogue, I love the dialogue. This was the best dialogue I've ever seen.
I think he
in a
liked the
show.
dialogue, guys.
Man, because it's like it's so great, especially with him, his character, and the dialogue between him and other people
Yeah.
were fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
They're amazing. Oh, I loved it. Guys, everybody watch it. This is what you need to watch. It's on Netflix. It's there's a lot of English for those who know how to read subtitles. There's a lot of English
It's really not, but okay.
compared to other shows.
There's
I'm
like
trying to
maybe
convince people to watch the show.
there's maybe like a paragraph of English in the entire show.
No, she speaks a lot. The best part of the show is when she was swearing at the guy in English. So
That's
she was
true.
like, fuck you. Like, it was fucking great. But okay, so watch the show, and whoever has watched the show, let us know what you think. I think, in my personal opinion, okay, best show so far of the year.
Yeah, I could agree. I like True Beauty too. Like they're
Different.
they're very different. Like
Right.
Run-On's really good, and I was honestly sad that it ended. But I like the teen romance and realisticness.
I do. I like it too, and like I want to see more.
The ending made me mad, but that's fine.
I want to see more Chan-woo. I really want to see more of him, and I want to see him more in like a realistic, something more like along the lines of this. I think it'd be great to see his acting style with this.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Instead of, he's played a lot of, actually in Rookie Historian he was great because he was very more cheery and stuff. Whereas in True Beauty and My ID is Gangnam, he's very like
Stoic.
yeah.
Stoic. But anyways.
Yeah. I
Good
just
show.
want people to watch this because as adults, like this is, it's something that's easier to like watch, right?
Yes.
If you like the teen stuff, by all means, True Beauty is great. There's like a good three episodes where
kinda wanna
Moon
punch him in the
Ga-young's
face.
character was really, really shitty. Like it was like honestly too over the top, terrible. Like
I almost stopped watching it at that point.
it was actually horrendous. I'm sorry. She's a great actress, but like those few episodes were horrendous.
Well, it's like, what's it called? Oh my god, blanking. The other show that's by the director.
Oh, Extraordinary You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, right? Like
Yeah.
very over the top for no fucking, well, obviously they're in a comic book, so it's fine.
Yeah, and like I think that was more because of Freya and Dan-Oh. Oh my god. Haru. Even when they did her cameo. Haru. Like I can't.
It was so good though.
It was good. I loved the cameo. It was
Yeah.
great. Especially with her long hair.
Yeah, she's so
So
pretty.
much better.
Yeah, the other haircut was like not super flattering.
Yeah, it was not at all. Yeah, they all had. Oh, you know who didn't have a cameo in True Beauty? Sorry.
Maroon.
No, not only Roon, but the girl that played Judah.
Oh, that's true.
Right?
Well,
Everybody had a cameo except those two.
mm-hmm.
And like Nadia was like Roon. Every time I said there's gonna be a cameo with an Extraordinary You character, Roon.
I really
Roon,
like him. He has a
Roon.
freaking deep ass voice.
Yeah, and he's like,
He's like-
7 feet tall.
He's like, I can't. My voice is too high pitched. I can't pitch it low. But
anyways,
watch it.
Yeah.
Watch both of those.
So
True Beauty,
watch all the
Run
shows that
On,
we're talking about.
Extraordinary You.
Yeah.
They're all very good.
Yeah, they're really good. I honestly, Run On is probably one of my favorite shows so far of all time right now.
Yeah.
It's
Besides
on
for
top.
Train.
It's on top with Train, like, because they're two different ones. They're on top
Yeah.
with Train. But nothing beats, obviously. Okay. What's Wrong with Secretary Kim is my all-time favorite. and I'll watch that 1,000,010 times.
Yeah, he does.
And I'll never get tired of it. I can probably recite you the friggin'
Let's not go in.
show by heart in Korean without knowing what I'm saying.
Most likely.
Anyways, today, I guess that's it for today.
Yeah.
Today we are doing What's Good in the Hood.
Woo!
I didn't actually tell Nadia what we're doing today. What we're doing,
Do I know this song? At
Yeah,
least?
you do.
Okay.
Actually, I love this song, and it's for the OST of a different show, but I don't think we're gonna do that show anytime soon. So I decided to do it today because I really like the song.
What show?
I will give you a hint. Actually, you didn't even watch the show yet. That's why we're not doing it. Anyways,
okay.
it's with a fellow Canadian. Yeah, see, I gotta get it. It's Into the Abyss by Saran and Kugi.
Oh, right. The guy's Canadian, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this song is awesome because if you actually get to read the lyrics to the song, it's so Abyss. The show Abyss is a sci-fi fantasy, and the song kind of relates to it because it's really the whole point is the abyss is like a little crystal ball that is given to the main character to revive somebody, right? They revive him with it, and so once he's revived with it, he becomes the owner of it. So the only way to make it work is if someone dies recently, they can revive them, right? With the abyss. But again, what is the abyss?
Abyss.
Sorry guys, I've been talking too long now. My list is gonna start coming up. So, what is the abyss? It's the void, the nothing, the darkness.
Yeah.
That empty feeling, emptiness, right? So the song, Kugi, who wrote this, I'm pretty sure Kugi wrote the song. He's a young rapper. He's good. He's done a lot of writing for a lot of different artists and stuff. He was on Show Me the Money, one of the rapping shows. I can't remember. I don't even know which season though. I personally don't watch it, but I do listen to all the rappers that come out of it. But the lyrics, so like the first verse is like, he goes, I can't see, blind. I can't open my eyes. Oh my gosh, I need it so badly. Light, I keep getting lost. Right? And it's too tiring underwater. I can't breathe at all. Shine a light in front of me. Remove the walls in front of me. So the song is really about someone in the abyss looking for that light, looking for a way out, right? And it's like and then he goes, pull me out of this abyss. I can't fit in here. Take me out of this bubble. The pressure is suffocating me, right?
Damn.
So it really describes that feeling of anxiety, that feeling of when you go through depression, you'll feel these, you'll feel these things. You'll feel just suffocating for no reason. You'll feel like you're underwater. You'll feel like you're trapped, and you're just trapped in your own mind.
Yeah.
Right. And the song really captured that, especially like the chorus. It's like, when you stare into the abyss, you can dream into the abyss.
Yeah.
When you fall into the abyss, it could be Wonderland like Alice. Right. So the abyss, like if you ever read like Alice in Wonderland or watch the movies, it's very like out there. It's very, but it's not a lighthearted story.
No, it's not.
Right? And it's like the girl going down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Right? The rabbit hole is not always a good thing.
No.
Right? You follow the white rabbit down the rabbit hole, like once you go down that rabbit hole, you never know if you can come back out.
Yeah.
Right? And that was like the issue with Alice in Wonderland. It's like she didn't know if she can come back. So the song really, I think he did a great job with the lyrics and portraying like the song really portrays the show. Like this is like the theme song for the show, and I think like it did a really good job in kind of describing it. Yeah. Right. Because if you look at it in the perspective of the person that's coming back to life, it's kind of like the abyss is the light. Yeah. Right. That they're using to come out of the abyss. Right. Excuse me. And then. Yeah, he did a great job. Like another part of the song, he's like, falling into the abyss, I can't waste time. Falling into the abyss, I don't know what's what. So you're going deeper and deeper, and you just don't know what's going on anymore. Like you just have no control. And he's like, shine through this darkness so I won't lose my light, even though I'm suffocating. So it's like they're really looking for that
very deep lyrics.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. And I mean, obviously translation is not always 100% accurate, right? Because you can't always translate things from other languages to English. Yeah.
Word for word.
Word for word, right? So it's really, really good. His flow is great. Yeah. It has a little bit of auto-tune, right? Vocalizations on there. Yeah. But the flow is great. Surround's voice on it is awesome. I love her voice on that song. It's really good, and it works well with like the instrumental. Oh, it's awesome. But the way he kind of expresses it too, in my opinion, is really great. The way you kind of feel like the lyrics that he's singing, you kind of really feel it in the words that he's saying, kind of thing. So it's like, okay, like he knows. Yeah, so it's really, really, really good, really good. So Into the Abyss by Saran and Kugi. It's off the Abyss OST. Another show you should watch with my number 2, Park Bo-young. That's what's good in the hood. It on our playlist on Spotify, so you can check that out with a bunch of other songs. And I think that's it for today. Cool. I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.